Hello, this is Jeff Crabtree and welcome to vlog number 11 of Cooking with Crabber. Before we start the show today, I wanted to thank everyone who has been listening to my Dirty Crabber stories. It means so much and I'm going to tell you why right now. September 15th, 2003 was the darkest day of my life. My younger brother Chad committed suicide. I found him in his bedroom with a bag around his head he had asphyxiated himself, he had been on prescription medicine, dealing with depression, dealing with back pain. A couple months before, I was at the lake with him. He was skipping rocks, and I'll never forget it. He was so down, he said, I don't think I can go on. He said, I don't want to go on. And I could tell he was serious, but I just didn't believe that he would do something like that. So, but here, Chad was the bass player. Right here you can see a little bit. Chad was the bass player. He sang harmonies with me and helped me write the Dirty Crabber music. So when you guys listen to this stuff, it helps his spirit lives on. It's a beautiful thing when you hear the Dirty Crabber music. And we also, from 87 to 90, we played in this band. This is called Shame. I haven't even got into this. This band has a whole nother type of music I'm gonna have to play for you guys and tell you the story. But this was Shame. Look at us together here. That was like 1988, I think. This picture was probably taken. But this is the whole band, Shame. These are other guys. Robbie, though, the drummer, he played in Dirty Crabber and Romeo and the Dreamers, and Sammy played in Romeo and the Dreamers. But Charles was a member that was just, the guy in the middle there, keyboards, and he lives in England now. He's like a sound man and producer and recorder. He records people, and he even was the sound man for like OMD for a while, and probably still is if they ever get back on the road again. But look at that epic shot, Shame. We'll get into that sometime later. But anyway, did you guys see this tape that was in the very first shot before the show started? This cassette. Let me go back to the very beginning of the Dirty Crabber story. Okay, so let me remind you, Brian Hurley, I told you about him. Remember, I was in Romeo and the Dreamers from 1984 to 1987. This was Romeo and the Dreamers. Right here, and there's a cassette of this album that I don't even have, that's a collector's item too, that was released in 1986. It has this 4 pictures of us on the front. This is a legendary album in Dallas, but one of my friends in Dallas has some of these cassettes, but I don't want to bother him to send them to me. But when I go back to Dallas, I'm going to eventually get these cassettes from him, and I'd love to put it on the show. I don't know, somehow I might get one. I don't know. But if you have one of those, that is a rare find. Okay, anyway, okay, so we got back to, let's review something here. I've already shown you guys the 1992 Dirty Crabber cassette. You guys remember that? That's the white album. Then I went on and showed you the black album, the CD that came out in 93. Okay, now we're gonna go back to November of 1990. This is when I've called Brian Hurley again. This guy right here. Now keep in mind, I told you the story of how I met him in 83 at Showbiz Pizza and we started Romeo and the Dreamers. Now we had a falling out in 87 and parted ways for like 3 years until November of 1990. And here I haven't even got into, there's so much drama that goes on in bands, and me and Brian's relationship was strained, very strained, but we were also good friends. But one of the big problems was we were both in love with the same girl. This was basically both of our first loves. Her name's Sarah Port. She just really was beautiful. That's a dance we're going to, but I don't have time to tell the whole story of what happened, but just you guys know there's a lot of stuff that goes on in bands, and it's a family, and a lot of times it's dysfunctional. There's all kinds of issues going on. So when I called Brian Hurley in November of 1990, he had to have been very surprised, because when we parted ways from 87 to 90, we didn't talk any. I mean, I saw what he was doing. He was in a band called Interfaith, and I was in a band called Shame that I told you we're going to deal with later. But so it was like a movie, you know. We were like rival bands, but we'd also been together, but we didn't hang out anymore or talk. So when I called him in November of 1990, he had to have been surprised. But the cool thing is I already had a practice space we were renting. And then I told him about the concept for Dirty Crowd. I even had a video of the first song, Tell Me If You Love Me, that we started all the Dirty Crabber shows with. I'll play that for you some other time. But, so I call him in November of 90, and then we start going over to this practice place and working on things. Now in 1991, that was when we started putting together the first recordings, and it was this cassette was the first thing. Now I want you now. I showed you to my mom how she came up with this art in the beginning. Picture of me. Well, I took that picture and put it on the front of this cassette. Now this was made in my apartment, in my small apartment, with like a 4-track recorder. This is, I mean, look, when you look inside, this is as cheap as it comes. This is just, I just put our name on there and the number and on this cassette, and then I just copied pictures of this. And if you saw me in 1991, I was working at Bennigan's in Dallas, and I would hand them out to people there. And I mean, you might have been a stranger. If you met me in Dallas in 1991 and I thought you were cool, I would have just gave you one of these. And I've pretty much kept that philosophy all my life, because I remember I told you guys that this CD did not sell very many copies, but I didn't let that stop me. I passed out all 1,500 of them almost. I mean, I'm sure a couple hundred sold, but for the rest, basically, I was handing these out, and these I handed out free too. I basically, my whole life, I've just given music away for free, because if someone's getting off on it and enjoys it, I just love that. It doesn't matter if they give me money. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't love to get millions. I'm still trying to work my way into the mainstream, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. But, so yeah, and also, so I started out giving this tape. I would just give this tape to people. And people were digging it, and then I graduated into where I started putting the sticker. I'd use this thing still, but I wanted to make it look more professional on the actual cassette, so I graduated to doing that, putting the sticker on all of them. But, I mean, that picture at the beginning of this video, that was a friend sent me that picture. There's a friend in Dallas that still has, you know, one of these cassettes. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to go through. I hope you guys can bear with me. There's just so much to this story. I mean, it's like I just run deep with all kinds of, and I can't even, sometimes I remember different things at different times. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, well, I'm about to eat, and then let me tell you about what we're gonna, before we eat, I think you'll be excited to know I got something new on the menu today. I picked it up at the store this morning. Let me show you. This is black bean. Look, I haven't done these before. I mean, I did a while back, but I haven't done it on this show, and I haven't eaten these in a while. But black bean. Right. All right, before we start playing, I'm going to play some music. Before we start, I'm going to tell you the songs I'm playing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it before we start here. Okay, the Dirty Crabber cassette. Look at this one. This is what I was giving out in the 1991. Just this cheap thing. I was giving it to people. Now, this really, you're gonna, you probably think, oh, this is going to sound terrible because it was at the very beginning. This is actually one of the best recordings we ever did, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's the only one that I mixed. We recorded it in my apartment. My drummer was the engineer. He was on the 4-track recorder. He knew how to do that. And I remember us even, the first song I'm going to play on here is called Soul Sister Number 9. That was a very pivotal song because that was the one, I think I told the story before, where I went to an event where the famous DJ George Gamark was at, and I gave him this cheap cassette, and within a couple days, Soul Sister was already in an ad because we were going to play one of their promo events. But I mean, I didn't even, my drummer just said, oh, it's in an ad already on The Edge, which is the most popular station in town. So the first one I'm playing is that song, Soul Sister Number 9. And this, when we did this in the apartment, it was so funny because at the beginning of this, what you're going to hear is the Fat Albert voices. We used to love to do those. And I was doing two of the voices, two of the voices. I was doing the high-pitched one and the Fat Albert, going, hey, I got something to say. That's Soul Sister, man. Oh, yeah, look at Soul Sister. She looking fine. I don't remember exactly what I said, but when you hear those voices in the thing at the beginning, that's me, and then Brian was helping with some of the voices, and Chad was helping too, so, and the last thing I wanted to say about this recording is, so we all recorded in the apartment, and then we got a complaint. Somebody complained about the noise. The next day I got these papers saying I violated all these noise, ordinances or whatever. But anyway, we recorded in my apartment, then the band left. So it was my job to do the final mix, and I'm telling you what, I went on for a couple of weeks, and really, I get obsessive about things. And I just kept tweaking it, and something that really helps is if you compare it to other recordings. If you, what I would do is my first couple of mixes, I was doing an internship then back at like this video company that did shows for the fire station and police, or they made videos, instructional videos. And see, I had a degree. I had just graduated from University of North Texas with a degree in radio television. So I was kind of thinking I was going to go down that road until I found out I did an internship at this place in '91. I found out pretty quick I didn't want to do it. But I was also, when I'd go to this internship, I would put in these mixes I was doing, and then I would pop in a tape of a famous band that I like or something. They're just a really big recording that was a hit, just to compare it. And that's a very important thing to do, because sometimes you'll just be way off base in a mix. You'll just have way too much bass, not enough bass, the vocals won't be loud enough. But that's how I kept tweaking, and I compared it to other recordings and tried the best I could get it to sounding like them. But this was very low budget, so it wasn't easy. But I finally had to stop. I mean, my brother it was driving him crazy, because every time he came home, he saw me, I was just mixing and mixing. But I finally came out, and a lot of people were impressed by the sound on this. So I'm gonna start off with Soul Sister Number 9 from this. And then I'm gonna play another song that was on this. It was called Weekday Boys. And this song described our struggle in the beginning, because all we could get is we could get gigs on like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but we could not get the big ones on Friday and Saturday. So when we talk about Weekday Boys, you can even hear me and Brian talk at the beginning about we can't get a weekend, and then I say, I guess we're gonna have to build our own club. But that's just a clue, you guys, you can understand what that's about. So without further ado, let's play Soul Sister Number 9. Yeah.
And then that's what I did. sister, what do you believe in soul sister?
Soul sister's the finest girl you ever seen, Big Lip.
Soul sister, boy. Bring your fire out.
Soul sister number 9. I like to see you in the summertime. Soul sister, don't be late. There's something wrong if you hesitate. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with soul sister number 9.
I know you're talking about.
Soul sister number 9. I like to see you in the evening time. Soul sister, it's okay. Just say your love for a rainy day. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with soul sister number 9. Soul sister number 9. I like to see you in the summertime. Soul sister, don't be late. There's something wrong if you hesitate. 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 Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with soul sister number 9.
Hey, Fat Apple, you think you could introduce me or something?
Hey, you gonna have to pay. I'm a rubber, see
But
that,
buddy,
baby.
I'll pay for that soul sister.
The soul sister gonna soothe you, boy. She gonna give you lots of love.
What kind of love, Albert?
What would the brother Homer say?
Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with soul sister number 9.
Hey, that's all I got to say.
Hey, Crabber, me and Moses been on a winter weekend. You got me blown.
Boys,
I think we gonna have to build our own club. Yeah.
I'm saying, hey, baby, you let the crabber turn you on. You got a clean reputation. I know there's something going on. Even if we build our own club, we still could play on Friday night, 'cause we're the weekday boys. I'm saying, hey, baby, you're coming to the Crabber Show. You got your own destination. You better get ready. Friday night, 'cause we're the weekday boys. We're the weekday boys. I said Monday, we got something to say. Tuesday, we're getting down in the shade. Wednesday, we're giving loving away. Thursday, we'll need some bass. You gotta get some bass. Give me some bass right now, right now. Saxophone! Turn you on. You got a clean reputation. I know there's something going on. Even if we build our own club, we still could play on Friday night, 'cause we're the weekday boys. We're the weekday boys. Well, we're the weekday boys. We're the weekday boys. We're the weekday boys. Woo! Outside there's a monkey, it's swinging on about in the jungle. His name is Jacob, that's a funny name for a monkey. One day he found him a lady, she was climbing on a tree. She was Latidra, that's a funny name for a monkey. That's a funny name for a monkey. He loved Latidra like a child in love with some candy. She makes sweet Jacob feel fresh like a fifth of brandy. He wants to share his banana. He wants to share it all with her. The fella Tidra doesn't know just what to do. She don't know just what to do. Get crazy with your banana. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana with you. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana with you. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana. Share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. Share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. Share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. They live so happy on a branch in the tree in the jungle. They got the rhythm and they know just what to do. He wants to share his banana. He wants to share it all with her. The fella Tidra doesn't know just what to do. She don't know just what to do. Get crazy with that banana. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana with you. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey I can see monkey do. I wanna share my banana, share it all with you. I wanna share my banana, share it all with you. I wanna share my banana, share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. I can see monkey do.
We got together in February. We started dating in March. You cleaned my clothes in April with some industrial starch. In May, we got an apartment. It was a townhouse deluxe. That's when you set up the wedding, baby. And I rented a big black tux. But I'm saying nothing lasts forever. When I heard you call my name, I put my pinky finger in. Ooh, it's so sweet, darling. It's like that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing, baby, nothing. I'm saying, honey, it's like that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing. Do-do-do-do, like blueberry pie. You made me Pop-Tarts for breakfast. You served me wieners for lunch. You cooked me turkey for dinner with some Captain Crunch. But then, after dinner, was when you made my night. You served me blueberry platter, and you did it up so right. But I'm saying nothing lasts forever. When I heard you call my name, I put my pinky finger in. Ooh, it's so sweet, honey. It's like that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing, baby, nothing. Honey, dear. It's like that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing. Do-do-do-do, like blueberry pie. Did you forget my birthday? It was about a week ago. You slept with my brother. That makes you a first-class hoe. Things are so much better. But there's two things I regret. I miss your blueberry pie and your big screen TV set. But I'm saying nothing lasts forever. When I heard you call my name, I put my pinky finger in. Ooh, it's sweet, honey, like marmalade. It's not that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing, baby, nothing, nothing at all. It's not that blueberry pie. Well, I'm saying nothing, 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 nothing. It's not that blueberry
I can't wait for Kill Tony the Broadway musical. It might even win a Tony. Hello, Tony. You guys, watch the end of this video because I'm going to include a clip from Kill Tony number 14 when I performed Soul Sister number 9. I'm out of here, brothers.
What's the name of the song?
Soul Sister number 9.
Soul Sister number 9.
Serious? Is this happening right now?
No, that's not the song. It's the other song.
Oh shit! Well, yeah, I think I have it.
Well, you can do that. If that's the only one you have, you can do it.
No, I could do both. It just
Wait.
That was my other song called Send Me. That's another song.
He sent you another song?
Well, I changed my mind. I sent that song and then I changed my mind and switched it to another song.
Wow, look at you.
How long did it take for you to decide that you wanted to do a different song? Like, was it hours you were sitting there thinking about
No,
it?
it just kind of came to me because we've kind of been on this jungle fever theme for so long. I just thought, man, let's just keep it going because, Soul Sister number 9. I mean, I've never made love actually to a black woman. I flirted with them, but, one female brother that does turn me on is Beyonce. I love her.
Female sister. Oh wait.
She needs to drop that 0 and get with a hero.
Oh my god.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Yeah, turn up.
Soul Sister, the bottom girl you ever
Soul Sister number 9. I'd like to see you in the summertime. Soul Sister, don't be late. There's something wrong if you hesitate. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with Soul Sister number 9. Soul Sister number 9. I'd like to see you in the evening time. Soul Sister, it's okay. Just take a look for a rainy day. Nothing's gonna change my mind. I'm in love with a dandelion. Nothing's gonna change my ways. I'm in love with Soul Sister number 9.
Yeah, God, I don't think that was ever gonna end.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Wow.
Thank you.
You're breathing heavy under there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you used the word "you're like a dandelion." I was expecting something a little bit more racist.
I don't know. That's just kind of the way the lyrics came out of me. When I write my music, I just let it flow out of me. I don't really.
What's the deal with all of your songs being about hooking up with a black woman that you never actually hooked up with?
Well, like I said, I write about what I feel, and that kind of came out that way. So, I also like that. I like that female brother, Zoe Saldana, the Avatar.
Why do you call them female brothers?
That's so backwards. It's confusing.
Well, if you just say sister, they might think you're talking about a nun.
No, nobody's gonna think you're talking about a nun. It all depends on who you follow it up with.
You take off the ER and make it an A, and you're fine.
Nobody's gonna think you're talking about a nun
Yeah.
when you say Beyonce.
Yeah.
Do you think that you write these songs because you and perhaps a black woman out there have some unfinished business? Is it something you still fantasize about? hooking up?
Yeah. Halle Berry too. I like her feet. Did you see her in Flintstones? How cute her feet look?
On the Flintstones?
Didn't you see Halle Berry in the
Are you
Flintstones?
talking about the Flintstones, the movie?
Yeah.
No, nobody was looking at her feet during the
You know you were. You're lying.
Alright, yeah, you got me. Okay, another hand for the Iron Patriot.
Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
This is the show where comedians do 60 seconds, and always a guest and I and my cohorts here, Red Band and Patriot, we all talk with the comedian for a bit, see what's going on, see if we can punch up their jokes. They can take it or leave it if they want, all for free. Always just giving away gold here on Kill Tony.
I'm a